So, old Dr. Umar Johnson, you know how he's always on his high horse talking about this, talking about that. And there's some things that I agree with him on, some things I didn't. I happened to catch a YouTube knockdown because I was co signing something he said about some people and a political situation. So I said, well, I won't quote him no more because that messed up the situation. But anyway, let me talk about this for a moment. So we're gonna get into about how his daughter came out yesterday, and she basically said her dad was a deadbeat. She said he was ineffective in her life, and she's called him out. She's not trying to chase his bag. She's not trying to chase his vision. She's not trying to mess with his citizenship or what he's doing. But what she's saying is that he wasn't there. And she says that she wants to get in touch with her aunt, who happens to be his sister. Now, do I believe her? Yes, I do. She sounded contrite. She sounded sincere. She sounded forthright. She sounded like, she was putting it out there that, hey, he hasn't done his job. So this is a man that's supposed to speak on the upkeep of black folks and talk about this and talk about that. But his own daughter saying that he won't even pick up the phone. And she welcomes the conversation. She says the ship has sailed as far as, but she would talk to him at least. But she's calling him out on being a hypocrite. She's calling cap on his actions. So I asked him, I said, well, how are you going to speak out on things when you have this kind of purposefully dysfunction? Because she sounded like she want to reach out to him. Now, I'm going to say this. If it was in his defense, there are some parents, and especially with fathers, that their children turn on them. And it's not the father's fault. Because sometimes the kids get brainwashed by the other parent, or things come about which have nothing to do with the human respect. So it's one thing if you just get turned on because someone is picking sides, which is wrong, because it takes two to create, not one. Some of these parents don't understand that. So if you get shut out from that perspective, I understand if you don't have if their people go their separate ways, their parents and children, I understand it. But if the other party wants to have a relationship with you, especially from the child perspective, because they can ask to be brought, if they choose out to seek you out and you act ignorish and you act like you can't be bothered, that's on you. And he has acted janky with certain things he said and whatnot. But this has to definitely take a chew and a bite in him, because Dr. Umar Johnson always portrays himself as this that upstanding type of person and stuff. So he can't be having his daughter saying that he has not been there, call him a deadbeat, dead. Basically said he's been ineffective and no parts of nothing.